The Adventures of Ship 378, the Dawn Treader. Welcome to our presentation, the action plan for 2013 to 2014. Here's our program for today. Who are we? What's our program for the year? How are we organized? And what opportunities do Sea Scouts have? And what is our summer offer? This presentation is intended for leaders of Boy Scout troops and venture crews. First question that needs to be answered is, who are we? Who's ever heard of a Sea Scout? We'll talk about our mission statement, what makes Ship 378 special, why are we here, and why now, what's our program year going to look like, and who helps us. Here's the Sea Scout mission statement. It says to develop, enhance, and expand the Boy Scouts BSA program in a manner that emphasizes the purpose and achieves the objectives of the Boy Scouts of America, working to help local councils improve their membership and programs. We're here to help retain youth in scouting. If we don't have strong relationships with one or more troops or packs, something is wrong. Here's our ship motto. If it ain't fun, we ain't doing it, unless we have to. Here are the ranks in Sea Scouts. There's an apprentice seaman, an ordinary seaman, an able seaman, and a quartermaster. And the quartermaster is claimed to be the equivalent to Eagle Scout yet. In our program, in Sea Scouts, we can work on venturing awards along with all of our Sea Scout stuff. We're here to help Scouts, both Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, get the highest ranks in scouting. For an Eagle Scout, you can make Eagle Scout in a ship after getting first class in a troop. While you're in the ship, you can get Star, Life, and Eagle. And I just got done talking to some people in LaGrange, and they're going to help me create a gold award for Girl Scouts based on our Sea Scout program. We've been around for 100 years, and we're about in it, on it, and under it when it relates to water. We go scuba diving. We go water skiing. We go playing with canoes and kayaks, and we go sailing both on rivers, lakes, harbors, oceans, and anywhere there's water, we play on it. Why here? Well, there's West Point Lake Dam, and it's in our backyard. Our ship was birthed out of an environmental emergency, Deepwater Horizon, and I was asked to go to help clean up the beach. While I was there, I had 950 boat captains hanging around me, and I didn't speak their language. It was fun going to their meetings. I realized I'm a Boy Scout, but I didn't know anything about how to deal with water conservation. So I came back and put together a ship. The Deepwater Horizon will not be the last environmental emergency has. Who better than Scouts cares more about conservation? We're all about teamwork. You see a sailboat, I see a teamwork training tool. We're developing critical thinking skills. Nothing will cause a youth to have to think about a lot of things fast than to have a decision that somebody else makes on a sailboat and cause everything to go into chaos in a hurry and have to recover from it. What we're about this year, what we do that no other ship that I'm aware of does, is we're going to offer to every Boy Scout and venturer in the Flint River Council and in the Chattahoochee Council, if they want to find out what Sea Scouts is about, we're going to offer their entire summer program to help them. And what they get is 7 aquatics merit badges. The first one is life saving, followed by swimming. These two are required for rank advancement in Sea Scouting. We're going to teach rowing. Every boat becomes a rowboat when you lose propulsion. And we're going to learn about motorboating, how to hook up to a dock. Small boat sailing, that's our specialty. Water skiing, I'm hoping to make that happen this year, and there's a good possibility it will. And then, down in Columbus, they are opening a brand new urban whitewater center going right down through the heart of Columbus. We're going to be there, and we're going to get on kayaks, and kayaking is a required merit badge that you have to have in order to be able to get the whitewater merit badge. Here's what we're going to do this year. We've done some of this in the past, and we look forward to doing it again. We're looking forward to doing safety at sea down in Mobile, Alabama with Ship 1. We're going to have a sailboat racing regatta with Ship 100 up in Woodstock, Georgia. We're going to go on a 36-hour cruise on West Point Lake Dam at night. We're going to go compete against operating room surgeons and nurses in the southeastern version of MedWar. We will win. Then there's Project Cope. That is the challenging outdoor personal experience. We're big about teaching teamwork. We can teach teamwork on the ground. We have some excellent COPE courses, and it's a great thing to do when it's too cold to do anything else. Then we have the Sea Scout Academy. We'll be going to Mobile Bay, and we'll be getting on shrimp boats and really large sailboats, and we'll be learning how to do charting and navigation, and we also get to play with the pyrotechnics that we can't play with without special permission from the Coast Guard to do it. In February, we're going to do BSA Lifeguard. Every other year, we teach either Wilderness Survival or BSA Lifeguard. This year is Lifeguard. For our Ranger program, we have to go through survival camp. And what we're going to do is we're going to teach survival Sea Scout style to all the venture crews that participate with us. We did it in 2012, and we're going to do it again in 2014. This is what we do for spring break. We go on long cruise, and we'll probably go to Mobile Bay again. And then we will always come to Scout Expo in Columbus. We're big about leadership training. The first course that each scout gets and they're required to get for their advancement is Introduction to Leadership Skills for Sea Scouts. It's otherwise known as quarterdeck training. Most of you have heard of National Youth Leadership Training, otherwise known as NYLT. Sea Scouts get to go to that. And then if they want to, they can go to the National Advanced Youth Leadership Experience, otherwise known as NAYLE or NALE, or NAIL, however you want to say that. But the cat's meow in Sea Scouts is called SEAL. It's the Sea Scout Advanced Leadership Training. And that's done on the ocean for 10 days in 5 ports during the summer all over the U.S. It is really cool. 30 scouts a year get to do it. Then we have the Jamboree of Sea Scouting every 2 years. Next year, there will be the Coke Cup, and it's probably going to be in California. We don't do this by ourselves. We have charter partners just like every other scout troop. With the Flint River Council, we have the American Legion Post. With the Chattahoochee Council, we have the West Point Lake Coalition. What does it take to become a Sea Scout? Well, here's the age group. You got to be 14 to 21 years old, or most recently since 2010, 13 and completed the 8th grade. And you must also be willing to subscribe to the Scout Oath and Law. We are Scouts. Here's what a crew looks like. They are full of commitment. And our program is based on the methods of scouting. If you've been to Wood Badge, you know what these are. It's about advancement. It's about the uniform. It's about the scouting ideals, the Scout Oath, the Scout Law, the Scout Motto. We have crews. Boy Scout troops have patrols. They're the same thing. And it's about personal growth. In return, I promise to give my crew members leadership development and leadership training. And adult association, young people need help figuring out how to make very difficult life transition decisions, and I'm there to help. But we're here to have fun. And boy, do we have fun. We have an outdoor program. In that outdoor program, we have high adventure, and we have group activities, male and female. We love it. What's it take to become part of our ship? Well, it's going to take the involvement. The same kind of involvement any other kid would need for band or for football or any athletic support. We meet Saturdays at 10 o'clock, every Saturday, all year long, unless it's a holiday. The Sea Scout program only requires 75% participation for advancement. 100% participation we have defined to be 2 meetings a month. You should be able to make 2 meetings one month, one the next. You'll be good. However, in reality, scouts need different Saturdays off. So what do we have to do? We meet every Saturday. Okay. And we meet from 10 to 3. That's our training period. Basically, if you show up between 10 and 3, we're going to get through whatever we need to train for, do our ship business, that sort of thing. But a lot of times we don't get done until around 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night because we're having fun. We're out on the water, we're boating, we're doing all kinds of things. But so Saturdays are usually booked for Sea Scouts. We're often asked, where do you meet? I have a hard time answering that question. Most of the time, we meet at Southern Harbor Marina on West Point Lake Dam. That's the nominal place that we meet. However, sometimes we meet at scout camps, such as Gerald I. Lawhorn Scouting Base or Camp Thunder over there. Or sometimes we meet at Camp Lumpkin over at the Chattahoochee Council right here in LaGrange. Then we don't have a real meeting place, so we meet at each other's houses. Many times it's my house, and my house looks like a marina. It has a bunch of boats in the yard. Just like every other scout unit, you have to have the right adult leadership. For a co-ed unit, you have to have male officers and you have to have female officers, and you have to have 2 deep leadership, and you have to have a male and female, or you don't go. To make this work, though, there's a bunch of adults who actively participate with us very regularly. We make them committee members. And then, of course, the success of any unit in scouting requires the support of parents. The questions come up several times. What does it take to become a Sea Scout? That people don't really think of Sea Scouts being a scout unit, but you'll recognize a lot of this stuff. We have to do this, and what's more is I make my scouts do it so they don't argue with me when we have to do certain things. The first thing that we have to deal with, and everybody groans, is venturing youth protection, but it's absolutely essential. Safety afloat, we follow it. And there's also safe swim defense. Did you know that you can do safe swim defense in the middle of a lake? We do it. Then we have to have CPR. We can't go anywhere without CPR training. In order to be able to run the ship within 6 months, any Sea Scout adult leader, the committee members, and any officers have to complete a course called Sea Scout Adult Leader Basic Training. It's a whole lot like Scoutmaster Basic Training. Then we have to have hazardous weather. It's the same one. We get it online. BSA lifeguard, it's imperative. All the scouts get it. I have it, and we need it in order to do what we got to do. And then, like it or not, first aid is a really big deal, even on a boat. We train our officers. Baden-Powell said that every boy deserves a trained leader. I believe that every youth deserves a trained leader. We have our ways of doing it in Sea Scouts, and the first way we do it is with Sea Badge, and that's all about administration. We have to teach our adults about how the advancement program, how the organizational structure work, what are our ideals, and how do we do them. But just like the Boy Scouts have IOLS, or Introduction to Outdoor Leadership Skills, there is Sea Badge underway. Here, we learn seamanship, navigation, drills, and we learn how to do crew teamwork. It is the adult version of SEAL. To make the program work, we have to have female adults help us out, and they typically are moms. So we have a very active Sea Sprouts program. Who are they? They're younger siblings. They're going to be our future Sea Scouts. Today, they're Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, could be American Heritage Girls, they could be Girl Scouts. So, when I finally have all the Sea Scouts busy doing what they're supposed to, because this is a youth-led program, I don't have anything to do. So, I created a program for the Sea Sprouts, and I help them with their Weeblo activity pins and belt loops and that sort of thing. If they're a Boy Scout, I help them earn tenderfoot through first class, including their merit badges or any other skill, because I'm a new Scoutmaster within Troop 2193. And then we deal with merit badges. All the aquatics ones. I'm very big into orienteering, geocaching, first aid, I'm a registered merit badge counselor. I can help these scouts earn these badges for their rank advancement. Why Sea Sprouts? Why do we have to have? Well, ships work best with full family participation. This has been recognized nationally. Every ship that I've ever seen that's ever been able to work out and do things well has had full family participation. Here's the reality. The scouts are potentially engaged all day, most Saturdays. Most scouts have siblings. Childcare is needed and it's required. We can't leave young kids at home. Female adult participations, moms, is hard to get. I do have a young lady who's a single who works as a paramedic, but her job keeps her from being able to participate with us sometimes. Basically, we need the moms because we have young ladies who want to go. Thankfully, for us, most of the adults are scouters. We know about Cub Scouts, we know about Boy Scouts. Some even know about Girl Scouts. Our program is fun for the whole family. We we really value the idea that we can go out, do scouting, and do it with our families because family is a big deal to us. Getting involved in Sea Scouting carries with it several opportunities. The first, if nothing else, is a lifelong love of recreational boating. Friends. We develop lifelong friends. I have friends all over the United States and I regularly talk to them on Facebook. I got involved in Sea Scouts because I want to be ready for the next disaster response, and I'm trying to train the young people that I work with to be ready to go with me the next time there's something like the Deepwater Horizon to deal with, and there are more than you think. There are a lot of careers open to Sea Scouts, including the military, the merchant marine, anything that deals with the coast, and there's all kinds of opportunities for program managers, engineers, deckhands, tradespeople, you name it. If it's needed on land, it's definitely needed on the water as well. And then the one that appeals to me the most is scholarships, because somehow I've got to get my young man through college, and Sea Scouts is the way that I choose to do it. Every year, there are only about 15 to 30 Sea Scouts who actually earn quartermaster, the highest rank in Sea Scouts. There are scholarships for these young people, and most of that money is left on the table every year. I intend to grab it. Here's the program that I have to offer. I don't want anyone to just have to try to decide whether they want to be a Sea Scout immediately. We have a summer program, and it is open to Boy Scouts, venturers, sisters. All they have to do is be 14 to 21 or 13 and a half and completed the 8th grade. That's the requirements in order to be able to drop them off with me. Our unit will be able to take care of them because we have the adults available in order to be able to do that. Come join us for the summer of 2013, basically June and July. In Georgia, our summer is June and July. We go back to school in August. We're going to work on 7 merit badges, but you'll probably really get 8 because we have to get kayaking for the whitewater merit badge. You can bring your family and participate when you want. I am not focusing the program to earn any particular merit badge on any particular weekend. There are parts and pieces of it that we'll get all summer long. And there is no Sea Scout commitment until school starts. We're just going to have fun, including my own scouts. We're not going to focus a whole lot on rank advancement, although rank advancement is very important to us. But when school starts, we will get down to the nitty-gritty of our oath and our law and how we do business and get our uniforms right and start progressing through and getting our knowledge based on. What the kids will find out is that our summer program, they'll probably have completed half the requirements for their second rank already, which is really cool. Our goal is to finish ordinary in 1 year. And you can also find us on Facebook. We have a public page called Sea Scout Ship 378. Just go there, like us, and you can figure out what we're doing. If you want more information about our program, get a hold of me. I'm the skipper, and my phone number is 404-915-5321. And you can always send me email at skipper s378 at gmail.com. Come on and join us for the summer.